What's going on, y'all? Masterpiece here, and I'm back at it again with a pretty important question. And I think that we all have to ask ourselves this question at some point. In order to be free, in order to uh, come out from oppression, from under all of these systems and isms and orders and disorders, should we participate or should we abstain? Should we make the money and spend it well and wisely, compassionately? Or should we just completely abstain from the whole thing? Now, it's a pretty loaded question. Obviously, the quickest way would be if tomorrow we all stop participating in anything that they've given to us. Okay, that means no shopping at big name stores, no more purchasing gas, no more, no, nothing. Everything is for self. And that would bring down the system very quick. I mean, you would feel that the next day. The stock markets would feel it the next day. Okay, the people that say that they're on top, they would feel it. And they care about their pockets. So I came up with a thing a few years ago called mass abstinence, and that is basically saying, a whole nations of people coming together to agree that they will not participate any longer in the same oppressive system that keeps them down today. That would be very quick and very ideal. That way we could, start from the ground up and build our own rules. And they would be rules for now. They would be updated. They would be inclusive of everyone. Because we can't think like the oppressor thinks. We can't, they came up and said, divide these people so we can conquer. Tell them that they're worse. Tell them that they're better. And let them fight amongst themselves while we make the money. Now, if we were to completely abstain from the system and they were to collapse and then we build it from the ground up, we couldn't then say, okay, everybody but these people. Because then we would perpetuate the same level of consciousness that had kept us enslaved for the past couple millennia. So what I would say is make it so that there is no more ownership, there is no more inflatable money. That way there is no class system, there's no better or less. Everybody's on an equal playing field. And with that, we could finally see some sort of recuperation for the lands and recuperation for the air and the waters, and maybe see a glimpse of peace. Now, a second way we could go, which I think which is more realistic, maybe it would take longer, but it's more realistic, is that if the good people start making money, let's face it. I mean, I don't ever want to put out into the universe something that I don't believe in, something that I don't want to happen. And I certainly am not one that wants inflatable money going around. Okay? But at the same time, it's happening today. It'll happen tomorrow. No matter how much I try to manifest it, I can get my crystals out. I could get a glass of water out. I could, I could start fires. I could put salt in certain corners. There's a lot of things I could do. I can make sigils and all of that. But tomorrow when I wake up, money will still be in existence. And that is not pessimistic, it's realistic. if we know that this inflatable money is wrong and people are using it selfishly and immorally, without compassion and care or regard to their fellow human being uh, or animals, the animal life, hunting and you know what I mean, and using animals for all sorts of furnishings and all this nonsense, jewelry. We know that these people are going to be spending their money ruthlessly, only for self. They only think about themselves and their family. What if, instead of spiritual, awakened, conscious people running away from the idea of, being rich and very wealthy, what if we turned the tables?
I finished my college here. I was working for Taj Group of Hotels, Bangalore. I saw a very old man. He was eating his own human waste for hunger. I thought, what is the purpose of my life? What am I going to do? In a star hotel, I feed all my guests, but where in my hometown, there are people who are living even without food. I quit my job and I started feeding all these people from 2002. Today morning we made ven pongal and sambar. Ven pongal is a blend of rice and dal with a lot of spices. Ven pongal and sambar was being made for the breakfast, and for the lunch we made tomato rice and sabji. We fed the homeless, mentally destitute and the old people who have been left uncared of the society. People are suffering for food. They don't have food to eat. If you don't give them food to eat, they will die out of human hunger. I cut their hair, I give them a shave, I give them bath. For them to feel psychologically that they are also human beings, there are people to care for them, they have a hand to hold, hope to live. Food is one part, love is another part. So the food will give them physical nutrition. The love and affection which you show will give them mental nutrition. Being a Brahmin community and an Orthodox family, there are a lot of objections. Brahmins are not supposed to touch these people, clean these people, hug these people, feed these people. Everybody has got 5.5 liters of blood. I am just a human being. For me, everybody are same. There are thousands and thousands and lakhs of people suffering. What is the ultimate purpose of life? Is to give. Start giving. See the joy of giving.
Think about it. There's this notion that spiritual people shouldn't have much or shouldn't be wealthy. I used to be one of those people. I ran away from money. Literally, I mean, I have talent. I have work ethic. I have drive. I'm smart. I get it. It doesn't take me much to get hired. However, I knew that the income tax was unconstitutional. I knew that me spending my money almost anywhere is gonna be recycled and put back into the banks and used for more incriminating purposes. I knew that every time I made a deposit in the bank, so like if I got direct deposited into my account, they could now lend out 9 times that amount. So I'm thinking, why do I want money? It's evil. The love of it is the root of all evil. So why not just escape to the forest, the wilderness of Canada or Jamaica or somewhere in Africa and just live off my own means? But that's very selfish, isn't it? When I say it out loud, it seems like I'm the only one that wants salvation. I'm the only one that wants to experience peace. And once I stepped out of that, and I realized it was almost fear-based as well. You know what I mean? Let's just go run away. Once I realized that good people do good things, it doesn't matter how much money you have, but the more you have, the better you can do. I mean, let's face it. A good person can open up an orphanage, you know what I mean? And slide some cash under the table without people catching on. Because, the thing is that it's hard to do good things with your money for a lot of people overtly. You have to do it like in the shadows. You know what I mean? Imagine going through a town in Africa, a village, a village that doesn't have much, with suitcases of cash and gold. Do you know what would happen to that cash, gold, and you before long? So you have to do it very stealth. You know what I mean? When I traveled to Africa, I couldn't just give people money. I did things for people, but and if they provided a service, I would give them a little bit more money for it, and I wouldn't bargain down too much. But that's a way of giving back and making it better. If you had $1 billion and you're a good person, a good-hearted person with $1 billion can do much more on average than a good-hearted person with next to nothing. Gandhi did a lot and had very little, but he was racist. So he was ill up here. He was into that classist shit. So he was ill up here. So if he had money, what would that say? If he was a classist and had nothing, what if he had money? Would he only help the Pakistanis? Would he only help, this or that? You know what I mean? The British? So we have to realize that money is this thing that is used for it can sway people to do almost anything. How about we try bribing people to do good? It's always like, $50 million under the table for this pharmaceutical deal that's going to fuck everybody up. But what about, like, when is somebody going to go like, yo, I got $50 million here. Here's all the juicers from America. Put them in every single hospital, or try to put them in every single hospital and walking clinic in every poor village. You know what I mean? Buy some transformers, get some electricity going, and juice up all that produce. Much more effective than eating the greens. When I was visiting Malawi, I met up with missionaries who were American, Caucasian Americans in Malawi, working at the hospitals to provide relief, and they were saying that they were out of food. And yeah, as if that's not hard enough to believe, as I'm sitting back eating my meal, and she's eating her meal, I said, but moringa, this is a powder that Malawi produces. They grind the leaf down, and it's a superfood. It's a super leaf, super green. Moringa, Moringa. More protein than yogurt, more calcium than milk, more iron than beef. You know what I mean? 98 plus nutrients. And antioxidants. It's just mind blowing, this stuff. Okay, moringa, chlorophyll. And there's people malnourished in the hospitals. Now there's a tree called the tree of life that's referred to. It's called baobab, and there's like a pulp inside, and it's citrusy and it's kind of sour. It's very nice, and it's dry, and they sell the powder of that too. And together, the moringa and the baobab powder will save lives, literally. And this person is telling me that they're running out of food. So what's going on? Why can't, you know what I mean? You know, when I went there, they just wanted to know everything I knew, you know what I mean, about the film industry, about making music videos and stuff. And I barely knew anything. I didn't go to school for it. But what I showed them, what I can do, it had that North American look. If you look back at my videos, I have a video called Americans are like the, are like the trendsetters of the world or something like that, right? So we're very influential. You know, they want to mirror what we do a lot of the times, and a lot of the times that's not good because we don't set the best example. But if we could go down there and show them that juicing is cool, and you don't need meat to complete your meal, and in the hospitals we can use coconut water for IVs, and baobab and moringa for shakes, and every more, and you don't have to pay anybody extra to do it. You just juice it up. You know, someone with money could make that happen. You know what I mean? You could go and build a road. You know, it takes these kids an hour to get to school. That takes out half an hour of their usual chores. Build a road. Get them there quicker so that they can get home quicker and do more things. So a good person with a lot of money can do a lot more than a good person that runs away and try to seclude themselves and judges other spiritually enlightened people, saying, oh, look, how can he be enlightened? He has all this money. Now, if you look at people like Brother Polite, he says that he came up under a guy named Malachi Z. York, which is debatable. Malachi Z. York, doing what he did, yeah, he's locked up for doing what he did, or supposedly. But he had a community of people. It was generative. It was people helping people. You know, aside from what he was doing, Malachi Z. York, he had a whole acreage of people actually coming together and helping people. Math teachers, artists, art teachers, nurses, cooks, and nutritionists and stuff like that. People from all walks of life coming to Dr. Malachi Z. York's piece of land, the Nawapian land. And you know what? Brother Polite, who says that he came up under that way of thought, gets his net worth up and then bounces and then mixes into the very same societies that he was previously speaking out against, and which is what made his money in the first place, speaking out on those people. So I don't know how someone like that who showed so much valor could do people so dirty like that. You know what I mean? I already know what I could do if I had that kind of money. Like if I had multi-millions of dollars. No, I shouldn't say if. When my experience shifts into my reality that I am a billionaire, I will help billions of people because I'm a good-hearted person. It doesn't take much to help. It doesn't take much money to help. If, we spiritually enlightened people that are conscious and know how to manifest, we should be manifesting that cash, usurping the money from the people, from the quote unquote elites, from the parasitic elite that has it right now. We should be siphoning that money out for us. So that we can open up our own gardens, so that we can bribe people not to fertilize, not to use GMOs. You know what I mean? We could bribe farmers not to use GMO seeds and Monsanto seeds. We could arm farmers. You know what I mean? We could arm, we could give people the resources they need to produce for themselves or be self-perpetuating. The word is that Gaddafi had it so that every child that was born had stock in gold or oil. We could do that. We could make sure that every one of our babies has stock attached to their name, or gold, something, a couple pounds of gold, a couple pounds of silver. We could do that. You know what I mean? If we're enlightened and we can manifest, I've been working on that lately, my manifesting abilities. And I've been realizing lately what I do with my money is a lot better than what I see people doing with it. But you know what it is? Is because a lot of people are celebrities. A lot of people are, they're controlled. You know what I mean? In front of the media, in the interviews and the photo shoots, they're controlled and they have black cards, so it's credit. So they can't really just give away cash and it's all monitored. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get that celebrities can't just go through the hood of Jamaica and just give out, tuitions. You got to be smart about it, So that's why everybody that's watching me, if you feel like you're a good person, because they're already evil enough people. We don't need any more evil people running the world. If someone watching this says, no, I want to be evil and get a lot of money to be evil with it, well, you know what? You're not even going to make a big dent because that shit's already happening. There's nothing worse that you could do. But guess what? My audience, I know my audience. My channel name is Masterpiece, and I get nothing but nice, pleasant comments because I kicked the haters earlier on. You know what I mean? They don't mess with me no more. You know why? Because I don't see them. Pay no attention to them. I give my attention to you guys, the good people, the ones that email me asking me about that show signs that they want to grow. This is for you guys. And I think that there's a lot of money out there for us to get our hands on. So start looking up how to manifest. How to manifest what you want. Guided meditation for how to manifestation. Put your earphones on. Go to sleep with it every night. You'll wake up feeling different. I promise you. Do what you got to do to manifest that money. If you want quick growth, I always say Canada is about to legalize in 2018. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it from April to June, anywhere in between there. The government of Canada right now is pushing the province to keep up. They're pushing all provinces to keep up because they're not delaying the date. So right now, your average stock price is about $8. Okay, for a real trusted a cannabis stock. Look it in my past videos, and this will give you a big return because it logically makes sense. We're like the third biggest country in the world, and we are about to legalize pot. So that's one avenue. Okay, so now we get the money, right? We manifest the money, right? We're good people. Now what do we do with it? Well, that's up to you. You're a good person. Figure it out. First, you take care of yourself. Because once you take care of yourself, then you're free to move around. Clear up any debts that you have. Clear up any debts that other good people in your family have. Let them move with you. Attract good people to you. If you're a good person, you already have good people in your life. Get on a mission with them. Pay off their debts. You know what I mean? Or teach them how to manifest to pay off their debts. Then go traveling. When you're going to travel, network with people. And build business, build networking, build relationships. You know what I mean? Drop a couple dollars in the account. You know what I mean? It is, a lot of people will say, that's a pipe dream, but just think about it. Dreams come true. You know what I mean? You manifest your reality. You create your reality, your experience every day. And it's like you're swimming against a current because the whole current of the world is coming at you. Everybody's, on the money. They want more money. They don't have enough money, this and that. They're depressed. They're happy. They're whatever, materialistic, spiritual. It's just this whole wave of humanity. And you have to keep pushing against the current, okay? It sounds ridiculous at first, but once you start going after it, you start believing it. You start really believing it. I'm wealthy. I'm healthy. Strong affirmations, to the cosmic mother, to the great mother goddess, to creation, to Mother Nature, to God, to whoever, prime source, whatever you want to call it. But realize that good people do good things. The more money a good person has, the better this world will become. Okay? I'm calling all the good people out there right now with a surplus amount of money in the bank account to please, start thinking about how you can give on the low, stealthily. Don't be a celebrity for giving now. Don't be a modern day Santa Claus, because the conspiracy is real, Slowly relinquish that wealth and share it around. And you know what? You're going to get it back, so don't worry. It's all going to come back. Karma, baby. Karma. Dharma. So, this is masterpiece. And I'm sitting here questioning, should we just abandon the system to make it crumble? Or siphon the money, play the game with them to make it crumble? You know what I mean? Just play the game. But whatever we do, we win in the end. So don't even worry. Don't fret. We win. The truth is coming out all over the world. The truth is coming out. You see it. That's why the disasters have to keep coming. That's why the media frenzies have to keep coming. The shootings here and who slept with who over here, and a new season of this is on now. So, don't leave your TV. That kind of thing. Taxes going up, floods. You got to have more money. Don't think that you're lacking. Don't try to manifest the money because you think that you're lacking. No, you have everything that you need. But you desire to make a change. And with that, you realize that money can be a great tool for that. And that behind that tool of money is a good-hearted person that is able and more than willing, in fact, excited to help millions of people. Millions of people. Okay. Masterpiece. Peace, power, and protection.